Good afternoon from Nairobi, Kenya's capital. It's 1 p.m. and you are tuned in into The Ambassador. I am your ambassador, Paul Mathenge. This is where we discuss about debunking global diplomacy and geopolitics. Now, starting on with our first story, the Kenya-led multinational security support mission in Haiti is said to officially come to an end after the United Nations Security Council authorized a new multinational gang suppression force, JSF, in Haiti to replace the Kenyan-led security support mission. The USA-sponsored resolution will see a 5,550-strong force work under an initial 12-month mandate aimed at protecting vulnerable groups, supporting reintegration of former fighters, and helping strengthen Haitian institutions. Let's have a look.
Since President Moïse's 2021 assassination, gangs have seized control of 90% of Port-au-Prince.
The draft resolution has been adopted as Resolution 2793.
The adoption of this resolution offers Haiti hope. It is a hope that has been rapidly slipping away as terrorist gangs expanded their territory, raped, pillaged, murdered, and terrorized the Haitian population.
And now moving on, International Commerce Center, a landmark mixed-use development project at the Jamhuri Showground in Nairobi. The 5 billion Kenya shilling investment, spanning more than 68,000 square meters, is a surrounding vote of confidence in Kenya's economy as a stable and predictable environment that rewards enterprise and guarantees fair returns to investors, as Davis Karani now reports.
A newly launched project by President William Ruto will house a world-class exhibition and trade center, a 5-star hotel and other modern facilities, and will directly create 3,000 jobs for Kenyans across. And at the same time, it will provide an open-air market for Kenyan goods, products and services.
I'm very happy this morning to join our friends here who have demonstrated confidence in the economy of our country, the investment environment in our nation. And today we are witnessing the construction of an exhibition facility for manufacturing. And it is going to be a blend between products that will be manufactured in our special economic zones in Kenya. There will be an exhibition for those products here for other markets. There will also be an exhibition for other products from other parts of the world.
The project is promoted by China Plaza Group Company Limited, aligning with Kenya's Vision 2030 and bottom-up economic transformation agenda.
I must congratulate the investors who have demonstrated confidence in Kenya by putting this investment, I am told, of 68,000 square meters of construction with hotel facility, exhibition facility, and many other facilities, including shops. And I want to assure these friends, the investors who have confidence in our country, they are going to invest 5 billion shillings in this facility, and it is because we have worked on making sure that those who want to invest in Kenya will know that there is a stable economic environment with managed inflation, with predictable exchange rates.
The president was at the function at Jamhuri grounds in Nairobi ahead of the opening of the Nairobi International Trade Fair. The diplomatic business and ties between Kenya and China are expected to deepen due to wider interactions bridged between the two nations. Davis Karani for GBS News, Nairobi.
Now moving on, Tanzanian general elections include three main categories: presidential, parliamentary, and council seats. They take place across the mainland and Zanzibar, Tanzania's semi-autonomous state. The 2025 elections feature 272 constituency, 272 constituency, 222 of which are mainland and 50 of which are in Zanzibar. 8 new constituencies were created in the mainland earlier this year. The Independent Electoral Commission announced that a total of 37.7 million people had registered as voters in the 2025 elections, compared to 29.8 million at the last election, a 26.55% increase. According to the Commission, this reflects a rise in the population, but critics allege a scheme to manipulate the vote during the elections by the regime led by Samia Suluhu.
Arusha, Samia, 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 Dr. Samia oye! CCM oye!
Mheshimiwa, la kwanza, sisi tunakushukuru kwa kuja Meru. Tunajua ratiba yako ni ngumu. Ziko wilaya nchi hii ambazo utapita, lakini kwa hapa kwetu jimbo la Arumeru Mashariki, tulipokuomba ulikubali na ukachagua kupita. Tunasema asante sana. Ulipoingia madarakani, hapa Meru yako mambo ambayo yalikuwa yametugasi kwa muda mrefu, lakini wewe uliposhika kile kiti tu, leo tunakuambia ukiwa mgombea, tunakushukuru.
Mheshimiwa mgombea wa rais, katika kuelekea uchaguzi mkuu wa rais, wa bunge na madiwani Oktoba 29, 2025, jimbo la Arumeru Magharibi tumejipanga kikamilifu kuhakikisha tunawapatia kura za kutosha kwako Mheshimiwa mgombea wa urais Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, mgombea wa urais, na Mheshimiwa Balozi Daktari Emmanuel John Nchimbi, mgombea mwenza wa urais wa Chama cha Mapinduzi.
Viongozi wa madhehebu katika mkoa huu wametoa tamko la kusema kwamba hakuna mtu anayetakiwa kubaki kwenda kupiga kura. Kwa hiyo wametoa tamko la kuwaambia wananchi wote kwamba watoke wakapige kura wote, na tunawaomba sisi tulioko hapa, sisi tuamke asubuhi saa 12 kabla ya chai, watu waende wapige kura, halafu turudi tunywe chai. Wanaokubali hivyo wanyoshe mkono. Na ukifika kwenye kura usihangaike sana. Tafuta karatasi la marais. Ukifika hapo karatasi la marais wale, utaona CCM. Piga pale kwa Mama Samia. Wanaokubali wanyoshe mkono. Usihangaike.
Short break. We'll be right back with more as we debunk global diplomacy and geopolitics. Stay tuned.
What's the best thing about being a fashion designer?
The best thing is that you can make something for yourself. May I just say that? Like, you can just let your mind be creative. You're not limiting it, and you create something, and every time I make something, I just look at it and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, I just be like that. Yes.
And what do you think is required for someone to make it in the fashion industry? So umekuja na mapochopocho. You've come with like really amazing things. Utatuanzia na anza from the front ukikuja to the back.
Okay. That is something, when you look at it like this, you'll have to sit down and figure it out. Like, how did this person make this wallet? You see, this is art. You can also create yarn from like t-shirts. Yes. So that's what I'm trying to change. I want to create sustainable fashion where you don't have to go and buy yarn to crochet. You can just create yarn at your space, or you can go and thrift clothes made of yarn.
Yeah.
yako kwa njia sahihi kwa GBS Jumatatu.
Niko nawe hadi mida ya saa 4 asubuhi. Kwanza niseme asante kwa kuzidi kufuatilia na kutazama vipindi vyetu ambavyo huwa tunakuandalia hapa ndani ya GBS TV Jumatatu. People are now seeing the money that have been given to church as a bribe.
Jiunge nasi kila Jumatatu asubuhi kuanzia saa 1:30.
Nimesikia mwenzangu akifanya hesabu hapo ya vile ambavyo miungano zitakuwa. Ruto is going to fail whether with Raila or without Raila.
Kuna mahali anakosea akisema ati Raila na Ruto wataungana. Hakuna kuungana iko hapo, ndugu yangu, acha nikwambie ukweli.
Hadithi za kunoga.
Ukiangalia Wakenya, wananchi wa Kenya, pia hao maisha yao imedhulumiwa kwa kuongezwa kwa taxes, ziko very high taxes. So the statement by Rigathi Gachagua is just statement ya kumcheck that we can see you we can see between the lines.
Na mazungumzo yenye nguvu ya kukuletea utulivu kwa wiki yako.
Ati Raila ataingia UDA hapo
nasema hivi mheshimiwa, ikiwa Raila
itakuwa, mimi naona itakuwa
hadi saa 4 za asubuhi kwa majadiliano ya kusisimua.
Mheshimiwa Rais William Samoei Ruto ajue ya kwamba sasa yeye ni president wa Kenya. Sio mambo ya kufanyia wana Kenya mzaha. Kupoteza biashara kwa siku moja katika CPD, nafikiria ni jambo ambalo ni rahisi.
Usikose, ingia kwenye GBS TV. Anza Jumatatu yako kwa kusudi.
If the government does not spend, my brother, hakuna maendeleo inaonekana, hakuna barabara zinatengenezwa, hakuna dawa kwa hospitali, my friend, economies will not grow.
Tuonane panapo majaliwa yake Mwenyezi Mungu.
GBS Jumatatu, palipo mjadala wa leo na mwelekeo wa kesho.
SK the DJ hapa aka the Mix Wizard.
Nataka kurap,
nataka kuimba, nataka kudance.
Give me a chance, mini dreamer.
You're a COVID baby. COVID will give birth to you.
Yo lockdown kukaa ndani na my thoughts kulock in. Kanibadilisha.
Ni setback gani umeface like in the industry kutoka 2020, 5 years ago mpaka sasa?
The first one ilikuwa kujifunza kurap. Wase wa appreciate bars, wa appreciate lines. Like hii ni kitu tunatakingi time kuandika.
Sometimes na wonder ka God exists, your life manzeni moto.
Yeah.
Mbono na acha your daughters and sons wa dedi kwa moto. I like to think through things before nifanye. Gani na make sense to me, see according to the rules. Okay. This song, it was like a personal prayer. And it was two the things I faced at that time. Mimi, I'm a versatile artist. First of all, I don't like to call myself a rapper.
Yeah.
Neither do I call myself a singer. I call myself an artist or a musician. Napenda ku try out new things just to bring up kale ka vibe yenye unaweza sikiza, unaweza bambika na bado unaweza pata kitu from the song. Unaweza ku live a different person after umesikiza.
Jina ni Coach Martin Musili. I'm a coach, as I've stated. E-sport nilitambua since 2015, 2016.
Kuna sports mingi man, but nili kutiga kwa fencing.
Kwa e-sport kuna kitele, kuna pesa kweli.
In as much as tunaiplay, tunaitumia pia kama life skills. Si shule peke yake, pia corporates. Na tunakuja tunafunza strategic thinking. It can create an avenue for a scholarship if maybe anacheza shule, a scholarship. Maybe anaweza advertise ile corporate.
Nini imekukip kwa game, like ni strategy gani unatumia, like unafeel strategy ndio imenyekanga hapa, unafeel kupeleka mbali. Alafu utaniambia ni strategy gani imekumake unatumia as a player, ona ile strategy yangu inafanyanga na win game. Hata as a coach, ni strategy gani unaonanga hii nikitumia nasaidia player wangu kudefeat opponent wake. Requirements zangu ni nini? mimi nataka kuwa fencer. What are the requirements?
All you have to be, as long as you can walk, you can move your arms, and you can think on your feet, you can fence.
Ili kujua mengi, jiunge nami Omala Brian kwenye GBS TV Sports Sugu Show. This is where passion meets the game.
Everywhere, GBS.
Welcome back to The Ambassador as we break down the development news for you and get the bigger picture on what's happening globally. And now moving on, a stunning turn of events in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Former President Joseph Kabila has been sentenced to death by a military court, accused of treason, war crimes, and links to the M23 rebel movement. As Elvis Muyodi reports, the ruling of the court has sent shockwaves across the country, especially in Goma, where fears of renewed violence are now growing. Let's have a look.
In Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, the shock of former President Joseph Kabila's death sentence is ripping through the streets of Goma. Accused of treason, war crimes, and backing an armed rebellion, Kabila's conviction comes as the region remains under the grip of the M23 Rebel Alliance. Just months ago, Kabila walked the very streets of Goma, meeting with residents. Now many fear his sentencing could ignite a fresh wave of violence.
We, the people of Goma, want peace to return. We are suffering because of the war. The conviction of the former president won't bring peace. They should sit down together to see how they can find a solution. His arrest could worsen the situation regarding the war. If he is really working with the M23, they will be angry when he is arrested.
The M23 rebel believed to be linked to Kabila has condemned the ruling, calling it political theater and a breach of international peace agreements.
The sentence handed down to President Joseph Kabila based on his alleged links with the AFC M23 is not only a theatrical display of justice, but also a serious violation of the Declaration of Principles.
With diplomatic talks between Kinshasa and Kigali just days away, the timing could not be more delicate. Analysts warn this ruling may fracture national unity and destabilize the fragile East.
Alors, du point de vue sociologique ou politique,
from a sociological and political perspective, given the current situation in the country, all stakeholders, including the international community, have called on the DRC to create conditions for internal dialogue in order to promote national unity in relation to what is happening in the DRC. I believe that the conviction of Joseph Kabila will have a negative effect on national unity.
In a country already scared by decades of conflict, many believe peace will only come through dialogue, not death sentences. Elvis Muyodi, GBS News.
And now from Congo to Ukraine, at least 9 people, including a child, have died following a devastating rainstorm and flash flooding in the southern Ukrainian city of Odessa. Emergency crews have rescued hundreds, and nearly 2 months' worth of rain fell in just 7 hours. Ibrahim Said has more on the same.
The storm struck Odessa on October 1st, unleashing torrential rainfall that submerged homes, roads, and public infrastructure. Ukraine's state emergency service confirmed the death of 6 women, 2 men, and 1 child. A family of 5 reportedly drowned in the ground floor apartment.
The doors got blocked because of the amount of water coming in, and unfortunately, I think that's how those people died. The water level started to rise very fast. The doors got blocked, and they could not open the doors.
Emergency teams have rescued 362 people with more than 255 personnel, and 68 units of equipment were deployed across Odessa and surrounding areas. Schools shifted to remote learning, and public transport was suspended.
I said to her, we will survive.
We are going to jump from the balcony. We will do something. Maybe someone will come and rescue us. It was terrifying, terrifying.
Local officials say the repair will begin once water level drops, but warn that more rain could delay recovery. The storm has left parts of Odessa without power, clean water or safe access routes. Reporting for GBS TV, I'm Ibrahim Said.
Now moving on from Ukraine to Qatar, U.S. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order vowing to use all measures, including U.S. military action, to defend the energy-rich nation of Qatar, though it remains unclear just what weight the pledge will carry. Let's have more. The unprecedented Israeli strike last month in Doha reportedly enraged U.S. President Donald Trump. Qatar called the attack a violation of its sovereignty. Israel claimed it was targeting Hamas and political leadership. Instead, a Qatari security officer and 5 others were killed. To deter future attacks, this week, the President of the United States signed an executive order guaranteeing Qatar security, arguing that a threat to Qatar is also a threat to peace and security of the United States. In the event of another attack, the U.S. shall take all lawful and appropriate measures, including diplomatic, economic, and if necessary, military, to defend the interests of the United States and the state of Qatar. On Monday, while visiting the White House, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu again defended the strikes.
Israel was targeting terrorists, wasn't targeting Qatar. And of course, we regretted the loss of the Qatari citizen. Wasn't our target.
Still, Trump insisted the Israeli leader apologies in a call to Qatar's prime minister.
We agreed to launch a formal trilateral mechanism between Israel, Qatar, and the United States to begin a dialogue to enhance mutual security.
The White House has released these photos of Benjamin Netanyahu making an apology from a telephone in the Oval Office. Reporting for GBS TV. That's how we wrap up today's edition of The Ambassador. I have been your Ambassador Paul Madenge. It's have been great having you with me here on GBS TV Africa. Stay tuned for updates throughout the day and be sure to join me every Thursday and Friday as we continue to debunk global diplomacy and geopolitics. Make sure you join me tomorrow on Friday as we bring you the diplomatic lens. Thank you for your time and company. Until then, goodbye.
Everywhere, GBS.